Okay, this is going to be the Chair Ministry setup video. Just some general instructions for those new to the group or for those who come in and have to help us in some circumstance. Basically what we have, I'm going to start with, just so you know where we are, I'm going to start with the wing. Kind of the way to get the wing set up is start with that front row and you line up 4 chairs. And right in the middle, see how the stage kind of points a line right between them? That's your setup point. So 2 chairs on either side of the front of the stage line. The distance is roughly 4.5 feet from the stage to the front of the chairs. After we get those 4 set, it's pretty straightforward to just build backward. We have 1 chair cut out for the access to the stage on this side, but then you just basically add 2 chairs each row back until you get to the very last row. Then it's only 1 chair. That second to the last row, that chair that kind of sticks out there a little, we could maybe get rid of that too, depending on the situation, but this pretty much works out pretty well. So yeah, 4 and then 7, 9, 11, 13 and 15, or 14 since we got that gap at the back. So to keep the flow of people moving, we have a 1 chair cutout for 2 rows on this side so that we don't have more than 12 chairs in a line without a break. Makes it easier for people to sneak out if they need to use the restroom or something. Since I'm here, the back of the 6 rows pretty much comes to that point in the room, so there's plenty of aisle space along the side and the back of the church. The next section, we'll talk about the center section here. About the same way to set up. We have 3 chairs in the front row. You kind of line it up so that the edge chair is just at the edge of the stage. About 4.5 feet between the front of the stage and the front chair. 3 chairs there, 3 chairs there, set up the same way. Come back to this later. Right on the edge. Gives you a good aisleway that you can easily 2 people can pass each other to go down that. So this is even easier than the wing. Basically, you're just adding 2 chairs every row for the first few rows. So you got 3, 5, 7, and then 9. And then it gets a little interesting. We do the 3, 5, 7, and 9. Then we do 9 again so that we can have a small gap here in this section. After that, we do a 1 chair wide gap and then 3 more chairs. This kind of gives a nice open area in case there's any wheelchair access required. Anybody wants to have someone with special needs sitting with them. So then we've got this row with a 1 chair gap, and then we're continuing to go 2 chairs additional at the end of each row. Another row with a 1 chair gap. And then something new that Brian Gorman wanted us to try is a 2 chair gap the rest of the way back. And we're still coming out 2 chairs here till the end for those last few rows. So that when you're looking down, it's pretty much even with the back of this row. We've always got 8 or 10 chairs here lined up at the back. I think it's set for 8 right now. Yep. So this 2 chair gap was an idea that someone gave to Brian so that when you enter from the back of the church, it seems a little bit more open and inviting. So we figured we'd give this a try. That's really the only new thing here. The way we have that gap set up, it's 8 chairs from the center aisle. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and then a 2 chair gap. And then 4 rows up, and then it's a 1 chair gap. Technically, we could have one chair there, but like I said, it's good for wheelchairs or anybody else who has a special need to sit there. This other side is basically a mirror reflection of the side we just did. So I'll be quick going through this. Again, about 4.5 feet from the front of the stage to the chairs. Edge of the third chair lined up with the edge of the stage. Just adding 2 chairs as you go until you get to that empty spot, and then all the way out to the end. I'm not going to spend any more time on this side. It's basically a mirror of that. And then finally, this side, this wing, is basically a mirror image of the first side. Again, 4 chairs in the front row. Right in the middle is the front of the stage. If you kept a line going out that way, it would kind of run right through there. And then, again, a 1-chair cutout for stair access, about 4.5 feet there. And mirror access, mirror to the other wing. And then the chair I was talking about on the other side that makes the aisle a little narrow is this one right here. So, personal preference. You want to take that guy out, go right ahead. Either way, I think the aisle is wide enough. It's just when somebody's sitting in that chair and their legs are there, could get a little tight. So, personal preference, I guess. So this layout gets us basically 350 chairs in the main part of the auditorium, and add to that whatever that 8 or 10 in the back there is. It's 119 in each back section and 56 in each front section. Seems to be enough for most Sundays, and it leaves us with 1 row of stacks, 9 stacks of 8 with 2 additional chairs. That pretty much covers it, and that's easy access if we need to set up more chairs for a busy Sunday in the back here. Plenty of room, easy to do for the ushers. All right, I hope this is helpful to anyone who ends up using it. I'm sorry for my ad-libbed commentary, but it truly was ad-libbed. I hope it's helpful. Thank you.